Good morning. It's the final day of May 31st, 2018, about 7:20. Gonna work on some Spellventure. Getting pretty later and later every morning. Job's pretty tough. Hardest part is staying motivated. So yesterday we were building out this level, not the level, sorry, building up the house. Today we are going to continue building out the house. Get the faces out of there. This guy, no, can't do that. We'll have to do, yeah. Okay. I thought it was here. The ability to select floating vertices. So all we're trying to do here, there we go. All right, so that's what we're trying to do. This one we go back to one, so now we'll smooth that, which means we want to grab this face. Okay, so we make those. 2. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So what we're going to do here is basically have to mark the seams before, because we're basically going to just duplicate this. Alright, so we might as well UV unwrap it. Check it that way. Okay, not bad. Good. Okay, so now that that's done, we had a pretty big house. You don't realize it until now, things you've lost. Alright, so let's grab it. here. Okay. So basically what we're doing is we're just building out a piece. Okay. Spell Venture. No, this is it. Okay. Alright, so we're building out a piece here. Where are you? So you build that out, and then you build this. There. So what this was an overhang. This was an overhang for this middle piece right here. So I'm going to go ahead and build this out. There were lights under it as well. Okay. Check the tries. We got 240 tries. Nothing. That's awesome. Make sure all of them are set to geometry. Move them to 1. Okay. Okay, we're getting close here. plowing along. Lady Frenzy, Wicked Truth. Hey there, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're just making a house. Making a house based on old reference photos and a lot of memory. It's a house that used to exist in real life, but it no longer does. So we are putting it in Spellventure, the game that we're working on. If you're interested, you can check out below. I believe there's a Facebook, Twitter, maybe an Instagram down there. We'll put the YouTube as well. Pretty good, thank you. Here's the YouTube. That's the YouTube for all previous playthroughs, or not playthroughs, but streams. So, doing pretty good. A little sleepy. I do about an hour of this every morning before going to work. So, just a little sleepy. Okay, so we got the edges here. This is gonna be refrigerator. Alright, cool. So if I open up this, one file is cute. Go here. Yep, replace file destination. And then we're going to open it up. I'm using a special project called Graphics Test Bed, where I'm just testing all of the lighting and lighting and modeling out. Okay. So we have this. So these, I'm just using like I said, I'm using a lot of reference photos. There we go, I'll do this next. It's amazing. It's amazing how long this takes. There we go. Okay, so the house is in. This probe look, I believe it was baked. Okay. There we go. Aha. So this is going to be the house that the story takes place in. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think this one needs to be moved over just a tad. Either that or this. I think this whole thing needs to be extended out. No. Probably a picture of her though. There will likely be a picture of her. Right here. I'm going to build out. I'm going to start building out all of this material here. Excuse me. So it's right here. Right here. That's where it is. So I'm going to begin building that out. What we'll do is we'll take this, move it to the second area. Very thin, very thin. There's basically a counter. In this countertop. It's pretty nice wood, but it didn't used to be there. A long time ago, the house that was basically a solid wall, and we broke it out. Well, my dad broke it out and put this giant hole in the wall. Yeah, it was shaved edges here. It's pretty easy to do this stuff. Just do this. It's basically that right there. Boom, done. Alright, so that is that. So the idea here too is I have Substance Painter, so I'm basically going to build out every single piece of this house, except for like little things like pictures and glass bottles and things like that. I'm going to build out the entire infrastructure. Right, so I'm going to build all the wood pieces, the cupboards. I'll leave the doors. Well, no, I'll probably build the doors in there, shelving units, things like that. Refrigerator, oven, maybe a microwave oven, sink here. Oh yeah, I gotta open this up too. This top needs to be opened up. There was a sink here. So I'll build all of this out. I will UV unwrap it, and then I'll basically make the entire thing in FBX with separate materials, and I'll drag it into Substance Painter. Actually, that's a good question. I don't know if, let me see, hold on. Let me see something here. I just want to see if this imports. FBX. There it is. Let me see. Okay, so let me see here. Alright, so yeah, it imports with every little piece. Maybe 100. Like this. Okay, cool. And I'm just make sure I can move these pieces here. Okay, good. So the only thing I was afraid of is if I put doors in here, they're supposed to be able to open and close, the oven open and close, refrigerator open and close, things like that. But I wouldn't be able to turn them or open them, but I can if it's an FBX, so that's fine. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay, yeah, so we're using reflection probes. The reflection probes are baked. So pretty excited about that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely gonna shoot me a follow. Yeah, I'll check out your stream too. I appreciate it. I don't mind. I don't mind being dragged to hell. Okay. So, go back to 2. They are right here. Okay. Thank you, Lady Frenzy Wicked Troop. Alright, let's see here. Oh, oops. So yeah, so now I have to build out the sides here and the top. But see, if you can see that too, it's wrapped around the side. The top part is. So we'll basically just do the same thing. There we go. Oop. Nice, not bad, not bad. Okay, there we go, like that. A little bit wider at the top here. A little bit wider there. So now we're going to grab these, bring them in just a hair. Just right about there. Okay. Just basically like that. If we move everything to 1, we can see how that looks. It's pretty good. Alright, thanks, Lady Frenzy. Nothing up there, just a wall. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. A minute. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Alright, thank you again for the follow, Lady Frenzy. Alright, so I'm basically just building out these pieces here, making them look nice. The hard part here is making sure everything, oops, was UV'd properly, right? Mark seam, mark seam, UV image, okay. Rotation scale, like this, like that. That's not super bad. The problem with that, the problem with that is we need it to, we're gonna clear that seam. Well, no, we'll keep it marked. That marked as well. So this is going to be the most high-res part of the game, is going to be this house. The other part of the game is are the temples, well, the fantasy world essentially. There we go. That's pretty good. So now we're gonna, it'll be horizontal wood grain, and then wood grain here as well. It'll be all kind of separated. I should have done the same thing with up here when I was building it. But it's a little late for that, so go ahead and mark that. Mark those seams and mark these seams. Oh, make sure rotational scale, boom. And we have that as well. Okay, so now those are completed, right? Now we have this big guy. Rotational scale. Alright, so we're gonna have the same issue here. And here. This will be painted blue. Cool. Alright, so we have that there. Okay, we're gonna have to add some pieces here. Okay. Nice. Okay. Very cool. I think these will probably be sticking out. No, they were above it. Alright, so they have to be a little bit beyond. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these. We'll grab these. That. And then same for over here. There we go. I just want to do it like in the spirit of how it was, how we built it. You know, like how we basically had the house, how the house was built. I'm going to keep it within the same spirit. So. Just want to make sure everything's as close as I can possibly get it. Check this. I got about another 20 minutes. And I gotta call it quits, unfortunately. Which sucks because, like, once you do, the one thing that you learn from this, whether it's game dev itself, like whether you're in the engine playing levels together, or you are, ooh, look at that, it looks like a hallway, look at this, or you are in the architecture doing, you know, like 3D modeling, you know, like whether you're doing one or the other, you get into a flow state about an hour in, hour and a half, and then once that hits, you have about another 1 or 2 hours, but you're highly focused. That's the one thing that you learn when you start doing this for a couple of years. I think we've been in this for maybe like 6 or 7 years right now. But once you understand the software that you're using, once you understand like the tool set that you're wielding, everything else just comes. everything else just comes, and then you start requiring more and more time to do things, which is ironic, you know, because you would imagine it gets faster, but it doesn't really get faster. Simple things get faster, but you begin wanting to do more complex things, and those take a lot of time. Okay, so now something else that was up here were wine glasses, as you saw. Nice. Okay. Let's see exactly how far away it was. It was basically... just like that. X5, X2, X, down. One more in. Okay. All right. Cool. Alright, so that is UV unwrapped. Cool. In. Okay, then we're going to grab you. Bring it down one. Okay, so it's basically flat. Alright, but then Y is increased. Okay. Always make sure to apply the uniform rotation and scale. There we go. So you can see how the wood is, right? So the wood grain is going to look significantly different for this one. Awesome. That pretty much might have been rounded. They were a little rounded. Like that. There we go. Cool. Okay, then we go grab those and move them over, but leave enough room for wine glass stems. That's basically what it was. Okay, and then there was enough room for a light. It might have been a little wider. Nope, that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3 on the other side. A lot of room in there too for a light. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we are building this out. Okay. We will go to models, go to blend files. We don't want this original home test FBX. What we want is we want the home test blend file copy and paste. Go and place the file in the destination. When we open this, it'll have to load it in. But once it loads it in, come on. Now we have this. Awesome. So, pretty great. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, no, it's just because it's clay. Okay, so now we'll grab the probe. Screw it. Rebake all of them. Okay. Now the reason that you have to rebake is because this reflection probe is it. Should be able to see it on there. Wait, maybe let's increase the resolution a bit. We triple the resolution. Huh. Yeah, I don't see it on there. So I should, right there is where I should see the pieces I just made. So what it does is it makes, what is that, 6? I believe it makes 6 images all around the reflection probe and puts that inside the box. So anything metallic inside the box will receive the reflections. Very weird. Very strange. Maybe do I have to... Huh. That's really strange. Anyway, let's go ahead and go through it. Uh-oh. It says my Twitch stream is unstable. Alright, this is very close. You know, reach up and grab a glass. Might even be a little... No, that was it. Didn't have to reach up that high though, something is going on. Was it that? Huh. Weird, okay. Yeah, the floor wasn't like this either, so there'll be carpet, there will be linoleum. I believe this area was carpeted as well. This is carpeted, this is all the same carpet. The kitchen was linoleum. You would go outside, you would go up a little step, and there was a porch, which I have photos of as well. There was a wraparound porch, there was a little side yard, little steps going down, and then nice little corner of the house here. And there was a tiny little yard here with a, what was it called, sandbox, a play box. Come up here. So by this time you're actually down a couple of feet, so you'd have to look up to see this door here, so you have to walk up steps, and then you go back inside the house, and then you go upstairs. I don't have the collision boxes in yet. Nice, but you would go upstairs, and our bedrooms were upstairs. So essentially, there's going to be multiple temples. You'll fall asleep in a bed. And when you wake up, nice. And when you wake up, you will wake up inside of you'll wake up inside of a fantasy world. Big. And the fantasy world will be basically the same house, but in like a fantasy setting. Maybe even the same house. We'll see how much work that is. It's a hell of a lot of work, I know that for a fact. And you will have to traverse the world, the outside world. Here we go. I think this was the mistake I was making. none of this fits. So we'll have to do this. Cool. Very cool. Very nice. This is a lot of fun. Boop. Reflection probes really add a lot of realism to the light. They do a really good job of it. Very, very good job. Oh wow, that timer really flew. Okay, so now we're going to grab a deuce. Okay. We'll reel this in. That's good there. We will reel this to the wall and to the door. That's good. Down just like that. Good. Bake at 236. Okay. And I'm always learning too, so I always want to make sure that I'm doing this at like the most efficient way that I can while still maintaining all the realism that I want to try to maintain for this. Originally we were going to do a very, very stylized version, very, very stylized art, but we decided to go more realistic. Well, kind of not even just more realistic, just straight up realistic. Like these high fidelity, granular graphics. That's what Nick wants, that's what Nick gets. Okay, down. I'm gonna bring this up. Cool. Alright. Alright, then we'll have more reflection probes upstairs, but we'll take care of that later on. So that's getting built out, so great, we have that, I do not know why. There we go. There we go. It's because I had to change the rest of the house to static. Those pieces weren't static, therefore it wasn't putting those, see, so the pieces, this piece wasn't on there, wasn't on the reflection probe, they're all on now. So what the reflection probes do is the more metallic something is, like if I were to do this, if I were to make a shader material, and I would just go, I just go metal test, and then I put the metallic all the way up and I put it on this guy. I gotta put the smoothness up too. They're just like that. So that's what it does. Right, so that's just one giant piece of metal, and it's reflecting the cube map all around it. pretty sweet. Right, so that's like little things. So if I put like a little picture frame, and there's like a glass over the picture frame, and that glass is metallic and smooth, but also transparent, you know, then you will get that that sheen. You know, you'll get that like very light reflection of the rest of the room. So that's basically why I'm doing that. But it also affects the colors. It affects the colors and the shadow. It affects basically everything, you know. So the reflection probes are really very powerful. Like directional light. Let's see if I have the bounce. If I put the bounce intensity. Nice. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. I have the ambient occlusion on, so you can see like the shadows in the corners here. See like the black lines in the corners. I did not add that. The game is adding that procedurally. So as I walk around there, it's adding the little lines, the shadows, just to add depth. You know what I mean? Like to add, like that's where the light is weakest, is always in the intersections. So it helps to add that. Alright. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. Let's grab these. Let's build these out. Let's bake these one more time, because I think it's going to bake. I think it's going to bake the new lighting in there as well. Yep, that's what I thought. Alright, so it only bakes once. I can set it so it's instead of baked, it's running at real time. Right, so it actually brightened it a tiny little bit. Probably add a little crouch. Add a crouch mechanic. Okay, and then I'll add the rest of. Yeah, I'll continue adding. But that was pretty good. That was pretty good for an hour. If I had a couple more hours this morning, I would do a hell of a lot more. I would put this sink in, start putting these doors in. I won't make any of the appliances yet. I'll make those later on. They have to be like nondescript. I don't want to, you know, ruin any trademarks or patents. Just other things like that, and then we'll have like bags of chips, various other things up there. The kitchen will probably actually be the most detailed one. I don't know though. Then we're gonna have a couch in here, TV, movies. There was a TV center right here. Couch, an L-shaped couch that was around here, or was it? Yeah, it was. L-shaped couches around here. So, but like I said, I have a lot of photo references. There was a radiator here, which reminds me there should be a radiator here as well, so I have to make a radiator. It was right here under the window. Yep. Actually, it should be in the photo reference. Right here. There's a little blue thing here. The radiator is very small, but it's underneath the window here. So I'll build that out as well. And then I'll take that. I'll just take that one that I make and I'll multiply it. So I'll build it out, multiply it, and then put it over the rest of the house. There was one here as well. It was identical, so I'll put that there. There was a radiator on the floor here, and I believe here, like a little floor radiator, things like that. So we'll put all those in. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and save that, X that out, and alright, so that is the thing, that is the, you know, the stream. Thank you so much for joining, thank you for following Lady Frenzy, very, very much appreciate that. I'll check you out later whenever I come home from my day job. But here, again, is the playlist, that's where these videos are going to be up. I mean, you know, I do the streams here, I do the videos, I put the videos up on our YouTube channel. And, follow the Twitter or the Facebook. I think, like I said, the Instagram. Just, follow those and just keep in touch. All right. So I'll see you probably tomorrow morning. I have to do a lot of running around. I have to run down to the city. I live in Philadelphia. So I have to run down to the city, get my passport, and do various other things too. I have to do some running around, some errands. So I'll see. I'll likely do a stream tomorrow morning to get more done. All right. Thank you again so much. Very much appreciate it. Very, very much appreciated. Love the interest. Like I said, this is just a house. I spent literally over a month doing the temple, one of the spell temples. So there's gonna be a little bit to this game, but we're adding in a narrative and a story, really important one that's close to us. So we really care about it. All right. So again, thank you so much, and have yourself a very good what's today? Thursday. Have yourself a good day. Bye.